Okay, here's the thing about Nazis. They hardly exist. These are people who live in their mother's basements. They don't come out of their bedrooms, and they exist in the dark corners of the web using anonymous profiles and just talking shit. And I think there are so few of them now, especially here in the UK. Well, real ones anyway. You see, the real ones, they died off not long after World War II. We beat them. And the ones we have today, well, they're not really Nazis in the Germany, Hitler, 1930s sense. These are just ill-informed loners with nothing better to do. They can't get girlfriends. They are social outcasts by their own efforts, mind you. And they probably fantasize about wearing SS uniforms, and that's about it. That's your Nazis of today. Nazism is an ideology that will never ever resurface like it did all those years ago. It's finished. However, the word Nazi gets thrown about quite a bit, and this is by the left. I mean, I've been called it countless times on here since I've been doing this YouTube thing. I was once even accused of being a Nazi, trying to recruit neo-Nazis in order to disrupt Welsh nationalist independence marches. I mean, what the fuck was I going to do as soon as I got enough neo-Nazis? Was I going to build a barrack, a row of tents or something to train them in my tiny little back garden? No, of course not. It's just preposterous, isn't it? And this word gets thrown around now like confetti. Literally anyone can be called a Nazi simply for having the wrong views. I mean, Plaid Cymru Plank, Leanne Wood, she even compared Brexit voters, 17 odd million of us, to Nazis, to genocidal World War II maniacs. I mean, have I ever heard such? It just goes on, doesn't it? It's stupid. So anyway, this video is about a British rapper, I think, called Slowthai, and I haven't got a fucking clue what that means even. But looking at him and listening to him, the first part of that name really does sound apt. And looking into this guy's music, it's all based around anti-Brexit stuff, and he once held a fake severed head of Boris Johnson on stage, so that should tell you everything really about him. Dear me. And he's another lefty who's in trouble with his own side. I've literally just done a video about Gary Lineker, the same thing happening to him. And it's happened to this poor fella now, and this one really is funny, because he's a bit of a thickie, his old Slowthai, he really is. I know he's a successful rapper, probably a millionaire, more properties, cars and monies than I do. But still, I am pretty sure if I were in his position, I wouldn't be prancing on stage in a concert wearing a t-shirt that had a swastika on it. Because as we know, the swastika is very triggering to the ever so sensitive lefties out there. But this t-shirt, this particular t-shirt, it was a designer t-shirt. It was designed by Vivienne Westwood, and it had a big, massive swastika which covered most of the t-shirt, and the word destroy on top. And the message of the t-shirt was actually destroy all Nazis. And common sense would dictate, wouldn't it, folks? I mean, I'm not a multi-billionaire fashion designer, but if I was going to design an anti-Nazi t-shirt, I would have a circle with a line going through it, or an X, whatever, to denote that this t-shirt is actually anti-Nazi. Because it really does look like he's wearing a t-shirt that denotes that he is a Nazi and he wants to destroy stuff. So it's a pretty lazy design and misleading. And so he's prancing on stage, and you can see in the video he's spitting, and fuck me. I mean, what the fuck happened to performers since the days of the likes of Elvis, Roy Orbison, you know, genuinely talented artists who didn't swear, didn't feel the need to spit, and these were genuinely non-political entertainers, and that's why they were the best, and they will never ever be beaten at what they did. Because as far as I'm concerned, thanks to the political climate, etc., celebrity singers, they've regressed in progression, if you know what I mean. And so this prancing prick was on stage spitting and doing his fast-talking rappy bollocks. And someone videoed it and put it on Twitter, and, you know, They ate him alive, just like Gary Lineker and everyone else. They take the wrong way. They completely ate him alive, and it got so bad he had to issue an apology. And here it is. And look at his profile photo. What the fuck is that? And I'm guessing his real name is Tyron, verified blue tick. And this is what he says. I'm sorry to anyone who is offended by me wearing an anti-fascist, anti-regime t-shirt and the use of the symbol it represents. What regime? What regime is he talking about? I mean, all right, okay, the Tories are doing a great job at the moment, but what exactly is this regime stopping him from doing? So he's whinging about this so-called regime here in Britain that allowed his mother, who was a teenager at the time, to come over from Barbados and her son to grow up to be a celebrity worshipped by misguided youths. And he is allowed to prance about on stage, make music, become a multi-millionaire and live the life that he does. So what fucking regime is he on about? I mean, what an ungrateful tosser. I mean, can you imagine him doing this in a socialist country, prancing about, slagging off the regime? He'd be carted off, put against a wall, and riddled with holes, I promise you. Anyway, this clown goes on. I want you to know I stand firmly against anti-Semitism and fascism of any kind, something the t-shirt was meant to illustrate with the words destroy above the symbol. Love always kiss. And what Nazis was he trying to destroy? The message on the t-shirt says destroy all Nazis. Well, I've told you, real Nazis, they're gone. We beat them in World War II, and the ones that exist now mainly are loners in their houses who do fuck all and a danger to no one. Or maybe he's talking about the Nazi Azov battalion who are helping Ukraine against the Russians right now. Who knows? But give the devil his due, he does look a bit simple and he sounds really thick as well. So he was probably told before going on stage, here you go, wear this. It's an anti-Nazi t-shirt. And he's like, yeah, okay, bruv. And off he went, and the rest is history. I don't think he'll do that again. But there we go, proof if ever was needed that celebrities and singers are really misguided, most of them anyway, when it comes to politics. What on earth has the West come to, ladies and gentlemen, and the entertainment industry? It's as funny as it is to watch, it's quite concerning, isn't it? Anyway, that's what I think. That's my video. I hope you like. Please let me know what you think in the comments. And if you're going to do anything today, then all I ask is you share this video, share my channel, and subscribe. I'd be ever so grateful. And that's that. So until the next time, take care of yourselves, and Roger Trout.